As per the recent policy of the government regarding disinvestment, decision has been taken by the cabinet to disinvest 100% from RINL, that is Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited, known as Visakhapatnam Steel or Vizag Steel. This plant has actually come because of sacrifices made by so many people. It all started in the year 1963 when the government wanted to have a steel plant near the seashore. So this place has been selected by a consortium, Anglo-American consortium, and efforts were made to move it from here to Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. But the people raised their voice and so many agitations have been done, and finally 32 people have given up they gave their lives for this establishment of this plant. And finally in the year 1970, I think January 21st, the foundation stone was laid for this So this particular RINL has come because of lot of sacrifices, and also it is called Vishaka Ukku Andhrula Hakku. Vizag Steel is the right of Andhra people. That was the slogan which was used at the time. And one gentleman by name Mr. Amrit Rao, he sat for a hunger strike, and finally he also gave it up because of this assurance given. Then from that time onwards, RINL has been doing extremely well. Initially because of some financial issues, it suffered few losses. Then afterwards a restructuring was done, and then the company went into profits. And subsequently the capacity also they expanded. Now from 3 million tons, now it is 7.3 million tons. That is the capacity, and one of the finest quality of steel is produced here. And also there are about 17,000 workers here, and also there are about 16,000 or 18,000 contract workers are there, and also there are about 1 lakh families who are depending on this steel plant. So privatizing this plant is going to have lot of considerations for all these people, because in Visakhapatnam, Hindustan Zinc also was privatized. Now the Hindustan Zinc is closed, and all the people who are working there, they lost their jobs, and now people are fearing that the same fate will happen with RINL also. The simple solutions that are being asked by RINL workers or the executives are that allocate dedicated mines or captive mines for this RINL. Next is form a consortium of steel. SAIL, RINL and NMDC, they can be formed as a consortium, because we are doing the same thing as far as the banks are concerned. So we are amalgamating the banks in the similar manner. There is nothing more you need to do. Just bring them together and call it as a steel consortium or giant steel or whatever name you can be given. So that SAIL has lot of captive mines, NMDC has mines. So the issue of captive mines to RINL will be removed. So that is one solution that can be done. As it was done earlier, restructuring also can be done. I mean, what they are asking is infuse 9,000 crores into this company in the form of equity, so that with this equity the debt burden will go, and again the company has a capacity to come into profits, because in the recently announced budget 5.4 lakh crores is going to be spent on capital expenditure. That is, lot of infrastructure is going to be there in the country. So if steel plant is given an opportunity, and the workers and our executives, they are so committed, they said that we can tide over all those losses and we'll pay back the amount also, which they had experienced between 2000 to 2008 also. So these are the things which they are asking. The another request is they want to have higher tariff for the import duties for the steel that is coming from other nations like China, South Korea. Lot of cheap steel is coming, because of which the local steel is having lot of issues. So to make Atmanirbhar Bharat or Make in India concept, if the import duties on those steels are increased, and also because of the budget provisions, lot of infrastructure is going to come up and lot of demand is going to be there for the steel. So that is what is their request is. Don't disinvest, and let RINL run on its own, and we have the capacity, and in the past we have proved what is the capacity of RINL. So that is the request. I think definitely all the political parties, they have come, and all the trade unions also, they are all together, and not only the people of Visakhapatnam, but the Telugu people, and also people all over, they are supporting this cause. I think the government will take a positive step in this, and because there is a viability, there is a possibility. If there is no possibility, then I mean there is no point. Definitely they can do the disinvestment. There is no doubt. When there are so many solutions available, I think the AP state government is also taking active role in it. The chief minister has written a letter to the prime minister also, and a lot of people have gone and met the people in Delhi. So I hope that the government will take it as a positive note, and this steel plant was just not given to Andhra, but they got it through a lot of struggle, through a lot of pain, through a lot of sacrifices. So there is a lot of attachment of the people with this steel plant. So this point also the government should keep in mind, and I hope definitely a solution will come to this issue. Thank you very much.
మరిన్ని ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ అప్డేట్స్ కోసం తప్పకుండా మా ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ వాచింగ్.